Alrighty, so I'm here today with Heather Holler, who is an automotive technician for Hyundai World Rally Test Team. So how are you doing today, Heather?
Recovering from an illness, but I'm hanging in there.
Good, perfect. So we're just going to get started here. Why don't you just tell me a little bit about how you got started in this industry and where it has led you?
I kind of got started somewhat out of necessity as far as like mechanics go. I dated a boy in high school. He was a gearhead. And one day, I think I was about 19, he took me to an autocross event and let me co-drive his car. And I beat him. So I sold my SUV 2 weeks later and I bought my little Subaru, and I didn't know anything about cars and it had a blown motor. So I was forced to learn how to basically do an entire swap, like engine, transmission, wiring harnesses, everything, because I raced with a guy who had a full swap for very cheap. And so that's kind of how it started. I realized I liked it and I decided to go to tech school in 2010. And I started working at a Subaru dealership 6 months after I started school. And that is when I learned about rally racing, because Subaru, that's kind of what they're known for. And after about 6 or 7 years of being a dealership mechanic, I decided to pursue a career in motorsport and was able to land a job with Vermont Sports Car, who is the Subaru rally team for USA.
Oh, wow. That's awesome. So do you still do any type of racing or anything?
I don't, because I don't have time really anymore.
Yeah.
I technically live in Germany most of the time.
Oh, wow.
That's where the team is based. So I only come home to the US once every 6 to 8 months or so for an extended period, and then I go back over. So I'm actually leave on Friday or Thursday to go back.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah. So then what would you say is probably your favorite part about being like an automotive technician?
I love the feeling when you have, like, you just figured it out, like you got it, like you had to diagnose something, like just the other day, I haven't had horns in my car for 10 years and I don't get a chance to work on road cars anymore. And I actually really enjoyed just installing a basic set of horns, only to find out that my horn wasn't grounding anymore. And I don't have any wiring diagrams. And so I basically just, with my DMM, found the wires I needed and made my horn work.
So then what kind of advice would you want to give to women looking to join this industry?
Oh, stand your ground. Like, the thing is, I've always never, I don't know, like I'm confident, but there's always like that little thing in the back of your head, like, is this the way that they would do it? Or the master mechanic down there, like, is that right? But the thing that really kept me going was realizing and seeing and experiencing some repairs by other guys or girls, who knows, that were just atrocious. And I'm like, you know what? I'm doing okay. This is all right, and you're going to have shit days. I don't know if you can cuss. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You're going to have bad days, and I think it's having that something that gives you just that little motivation, that little push to keep you going is really important. And so that's what I found. I'm blown away at some of the things I've seen on cars. I'm like, you know what? I think I'm all right. I'm okay.
Yeah. So then also, what is something you kind of wish more people knew about this industry as well?
I wish people understood how much of the fallback, if something goes wrong, lands on the mechanic. I feel like there is a lot of lost responsibility when it comes to road cars between the owner of the vehicle and the vehicle. They don't understand that, like, it's heavy equipment. This can kill you. But for whatever reason, it's, I don't know. I've worked in a lot of different states. So like Vermont, for example, it's more of the mechanic's responsibility they have yearly inspections. So it's their responsibility to make sure that the car is properly maintained. Whereas out west where I lived or grew up, we don't have that yearly like technical inspection because we don't have salt on the roads. So it's more of the owner's responsibility. So there's a lot of things that end up falling back down to the mechanic that I feel like, you know, you don't just go buy a big power tool and then get mad at the manufacturer when you cut your finger off. You know, and so there's a lot of lack of knowledge about operating a vehicle that makes your customer upset and frustrated. And so if you are able to kind of help bridge that gap as a mechanic between you and the customer, I think it will really help the relationship and the way that people view mechanics.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I know that a lot of mechanics aren't people, but it helps. It really helps. It really does. If you can just educate someone about what the hell's going on, then they're usually really inclined to take your advice about your car.
For sure. Yeah, I agree. All righty. Well, those are the only questions that I had for you today. Do you have any final thoughts before we wrap up?
No, not really. Just, I don't know. I love working on cars, and I think it's really cool when you kind of get to help inspire and kind of give direction for other people on what to do and how to go about doing it.
Well, I really appreciate you taking time out of your day to talk with me, Heather. And we're just so lucky to have people like you in the industry that are so passionate. So I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Kayla. Have a good day.
Yeah, you too.
Bye-bye.